Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive.
Today we're going to be diving into the world of Web3.
Specifically, Black founders who are making a real impact in this space.
We're going to be taking a look at an article from NFT Now.
Okay.
It's called 11 Black Founders Driving Innovation in Web3.
And it came out earlier this year on March 22nd.
Oh.
Get ready to hear some seriously inspiring stories.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think one of the things that's so interesting about this article
Is that it really highlights a gap.
Okay. Only 1% of venture capital went to Black founders in the U.S.
Wow.
So showcasing these individuals
Yeah, and their work
is not just inspiring.
It's really important.
Understanding the full potential of Web3.
Yeah.
And it struck me, too, as I was reading this.
We're talking about this space that's supposed to be all about decentralization and opportunity.
Right. And so shining a light on these innovators is just... It is.
Yeah.
So
why don't we start?
a problem I know that keeps a lot of people up at night.
Oh,
Security.
We're going to talk about Emmanuel Udo Tong.
And his company, Shield.
Ah, yes.
Imagine this. You're finally dipping your toes into Web3. You've got your crypto wallet set up.
And bam, it gets hacked.
Oh, no.
It's a nightmare scenario.
It is.
And unfortunately, it's becoming all too common.
That's where Shield comes in.
They're building a security engine.
That's specifically designed to protect against scams and vulnerabilities.
Okay, so how is this
From all
from...
of the other security
That's a great question.
solutions out there.
What's their unique approach?
What sets Shield apart is that they're not just building another layer of protection on top of existing systems.
They're taking a more holistic approach.
Analyzing transaction patterns.
And using AI to identify potential threats.
Before they even happen.
Whoa.
Think of it like a security system that can not only sound the alarm,
but actually prevent the break-in.
From happening in the first place.
That's amazing.
It makes you wonder what else is possible when we start thinking about security in this
more proactive, predictive way.
So speaking of creating a safer space for creators.
Let's talk about Dio Adeosun.
Okay.
Their video NFT marketplace.
Glass is really interesting because it's tackling a major pain point for creators.
Control.
And ownership.
Okay.
On traditional platforms.
Creators are at the mercy of algorithms and platform policies.
Yeah, and then they have very little control.
Over how their content is even displayed.
Exactly.
I've heard complaints about this for years as social media has risen
on all these
platforms.
So how is Glass changing the game?
What Glass does is it puts the power back into the creator's hands.
Through video NFTs.
This allows creators to directly connect with their fans.
Set their own prices.
And retain ownership of their work.
Wow.
It cuts out the middleman.
Fosters a sense of community.
And allows for a more
direct and transparent relationship between creators and their audience. That is awesome.
It's like a breath of fresh air, especially in a world where it feels like algorithms are constantly calling the shots.
So
it's about time creators had more control over their own destinies.
Absolutely. And that's a theme we see popping up with a lot of these Black founders.
It's not just about building cool technology.
It's about using that technology to create a more equitable and empowering environment.
I love that.
And that actually brings us to another inspiring founder.
Toby Ahala.
Now she's someone who's been making waves in the tech world for a while.
She founded the world's first Black-owned and woman-founded digital agency. Wow. Which is already amazing.
But now she's taking on a whole new challenge with TechT.
Focusing on inclusive software systems.
Toby is really challenging the status quo in the tech industry. She's asking the question, what if the software we build wasn't just functional, but actually inclusive from the ground up?
I love that.
I bet you've used software or websites that felt clunky, confusing.
Or even biased, right?
Oh, absolutely. We've all been there.
It's like those websites were designed with one specific person in mind.
And if you don't fit that mold...
well, good luck.
Exactly.
And that's what TechT is all about.
Ensuring that software is designed with accessibility and inclusivity at its core.
This isn't just about aesthetics or user experience.
It's about making sure that technology truly works for everyone.
Regardless of background, ability, or technical expertise.
Makes a lot of sense.
We need to move beyond the idea of a one-size-fits-all approach to technology. So let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
And talk about Ekechinobuzi and Trebiel.
A platform that's all about collective wealth building.
This is where things get really interesting.
Took a long time.
Access to private markets and investment opportunities.
Has been limited to a select few.
It's been a kind of exclusive club, right?
Right.
Grubiel is breaking down those barriers
using the power of Web3.
to make investing more accessible, especially for underrepresented communities.
So how does it work?
Is it like a group chat for investing?
You're actually not far off.
TreeBL creates a platform where people can pool their resources
Invest together in private markets.
and share in the returns.
I love that.
It's all about collective empowerment
And leveraging the power of the community.
to open up doors that were previously closed.
Such a cool idea.
Taking the concept of crowdfunding and applying it to the world of investment.
It shows how Web3 can really create a more level playing field.
And it ties into a much bigger conversation about financial literacy and inclusion.
For too long, certain communities have been excluded from traditional avenues of wealth creation
TreeBL is changing that narrative by providing tools and resources.
that empower people to take control of their financial futures,
It's incredible to see how these founders are using Web3,
to not only innovate
but to address systemic issues.
and create positive change.
Absolutely. And we're just getting started.
This is so fascinating. I'm already hooked.
Well, then let's keep diving in.
All right, so we've talked about security, empowering creators.
And opening up access to investment.
But
Let's face it.
crypto can be confusing.
Yeah.
I know I've definitely scratched my head a few times.
Trying to wrap my brain around all the jargon.
And concepts.
Right.
That's why I'm so excited to talk about Lisa Frankor.
And crypto tutors.
Oh, this is a good one.
You hit the nail on the head.
Education is key when it comes to Web3.
If people don't understand how things work, they're less likely to participate.
Right.
Right.
Lisa recognized this.
And she's on a mission to make crypto accessible to everyone.
Through crypto tutors.
They offer a range of educational resources,
Okay.
from beginner-friendly guides.
To more in-depth courses.
So it's like having a personal tutor to walk you through all the complexities.
Making it less intimidating.
And more understandable.
Yes, breaking it down.
And making it digestible.
I love that.
But it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't.
They're also organizing a major conference.
That's right.
Crypto Tutors is actually behind the largest diversity conference in crypto,
Wow.
bringing in together people from all backgrounds
Experiences and perspectives.
to learn, connect, and share ideas.
That is so cool.
It's all about fostering inclusivity.
And ensuring that the Web3 space is welcoming to everyone.
I love that.
You know, we need to make sure that Web3 doesn't just become another exclusive club.
Right.
It needs to be a space where everyone feels welcome.
And empowered to participate.
Speaking of inclusivity and representation.
Let's talk about Simone Berry
Okay.
and people of Crypto Lab.
Who are doing some incredible work in the metaverse.
The metaverse is a fascinating frontier,
Full of potential.
but it also comes with its own set of challenges, right?
Right.
One of those challenges is ensuring that the metaverse is a diverse and representative space.
That's where People of Crypto Lab comes in.
They're building a platform for diverse creators to showcase their work,
Build communities.
connect with audiences in the metaverse.
They're partnering with big names like The Sandbox to make this happen. The Sandbox.
That's huge.
I know.
They're one of the leading metaverse platforms out there.
It's so cool to see these established players
Recognizing the importance of diversity.
and partnering with organizations like People of Crypto Lab,
It shows that the conversation around representation is gaining momentum.
which is a really positive sign
Yeah.
if the metaverse is supposed to be a reflection of our world.
It needs to reflect the full spectrum of human diversity, right?
It does.
Different cultures,
Backgrounds,
identities,
perspectives.
People of Crypto Lab is ensuring that happens.
That's so important to have those voices.
And perspectives shaping the future of the metaverse.
It's like we're building this new world
And we need to make sure it's a world.
that is inclusive
And welcoming to everyone.
from the very beginning.
And that makes me think about another big challenge we face in our world, even outside of Web3. The digital divide.
I think a lot of people have heard that term.
But what does it actually mean in practice?
It's a huge issue, isn't it?
It's a really important question.
Because the digital divide has real-world consequences.
Essentially, it's the gap between those who have access to technology and the internet.
And those who don't.
This gap can be influenced by a whole bunch of factors.
Income, location, education, you name it.
And what happens is,
It creates a barrier to opportunity.
so it's not just about,
Whether or not someone can post on social media.
or watch funny cat videos.
Right.
It's about access to education,
Job opportunities.
healthcare information.
All these essential things that are increasingly moving online.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, this gap often falls along socioeconomic lines.
Further disadvantaging communities that are already facing systemic barriers.
Yeah.
That's why the work of someone like Iris Nevins is so important.
Let's talk about Iris Nevins.
And Umbadima.
Okay.
So Iris Nevins founded Umbadima with a mission of bridging the digital divide
They're creating products
and building communities
specifically designed to make technology accessible.
to those who have been historically excluded.
What are some examples?
They're doing a lot of really innovative work.
One example is their focus on creating educational programs that teach digital literacy skills
These programs aren't just about how to use a computer.
or browse the internet
They also teach critical thinking skills
and how to navigate the online world.
safely and responsibly.
Those are such important skills.
We take those for granted.
But for someone who's new to the internet,
It can be a really overwhelming place,
right,
even dangerous,
if you don't have the right tools.
and knowledge.
Another thing that Umbadima is working on,
Is advocating for affordable internet access.
they recognize that cost is a major barrier for many people
So they're working to make internet access more affordable and accessible.
in underserved communities,
Love that approach.
addressing the root causes of the digital divide.
Not just treating the symptoms
And they're also thinking about how technology is designed.
in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Umbadama is also involved in developing technologies that are tailored to the specific needs of diverse users. They might work on language localization for software.
Or create interfaces that are accessible for people with disabilities.
It's about making sure that technology is inclusive from the ground up
It's really a holistic approach.
to closing the digital divide.
They are.
And they're proving that technology can be a powerful force for positive change
When it's used to bridge gaps.
and create opportunities
It makes you realize how much potential Web3 has
to address these pressing challenges.
that are facing our world today.
Absolutely. And we've got even more inspiring stories to share in this deep dive.
Lead the way.
Ready to keep exploring.
I'm all ears.
All right, let's talk about someone who's shaking things up in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
InQ Grant and Greenlit Protocol,
The entertainment industry has always been a bit of a black box, hasn't it?
especially for creators just starting out,
Trying to navigate the complexities of rights management.
and make sure that they're getting fairly compensated
Yeah, it's really tough.
for their work.
That's exactly the problem that InQ Grant is tackling with Greenlit Protocol.
They're using blockchain technology to revolutionize how media rights are managed.
Blockchain.
Think about it.
Blockchain provides a transparent and secure way to track ownership, distribution, and payments.
Okay, so it's bringing that transparency and accountability
Yes.
to an industry that's often been shrouded in secrecy.
Exactly.
This is a major win for creators.
It is. With Greenlit Protocol, creators have more control over their work,
They can track exactly where and how their content is being used.
and they can ensure that they're receiving the proper royalties.
It also opens up new possibilities for collaboration and funding, right?
Absolutely.
Allowing creators to connect directly with investors and fans.
And this has the potential to really level the playing field for creators from all backgrounds,
It does.
especially for those who have been historically marginalized.
Or excluded from traditional avenues of funding and distribution.
It's a great example of how Web3 can disrupt these established industries
And create a more equitable
and transparent system.
for everyone involved.
It is.
So exciting to see how these technologies are being used to empower creators.
And give them more control over their own destinies.
Speaking of empowering technologies,
Yes.
let's talk about Sean Wilkinson and Protea,
Okay.
a platform that's making AI accessible to businesses of all sizes.
AI is one of those buzzwords that gets thrown around a lot,
But it can feel really intimidating.
especially for smaller businesses that might not have the resources or the expertise.
To implement complex AI solutions,
That's where Protea comes in.
they've developed a cloud-based platform.
That makes AI easy to use and accessible,
To businesses of all sizes.
regardless of their technical expertise,
So it's like taking the power of AI.
and putting it in the hands of.
Everyday entrepreneurs and businesses.
They offer a range of pre-built AI models and tools.
That can be customized to fit the specific needs of each business.
So cool.
It's like democratizing access to AI.
Allowing these businesses to use this technology
Improve their operations, make better decisions.
and stay competitive.
It is.
It's amazing to see how Web3 is breaking down barriers
empowering individuals and businesses to do things,
that were previously impossible.
or only accessible to a select few.
And it's not just about businesses.
It's also about community.
Okay.
Let's talk about Latasha.
An artist and community builder at Zora.
Zora is an NFT protocol that's been making waves in the art world.
Exactly.
They're all about empowering creators.
And building a more equitable and accessible art market.
And Latasha is really a driving force behind Zora's commitment to supporting
Underrepresented artists.
She's spearheaded the creation of Zoratopia
A platform that provides resources, mentorship, and community
for artists from marginalized communities.
to thrive in the Web3 space.
It's so fantastic to see this focus on inclusivity in the art world
Web3 has the potential to disrupt those traditional power structures.
and create a more level playing field
It does.
for artists from all backgrounds,
It's inspiring to see how these founders are using Web3 to not only innovate,
but to build communities.
and support each other.
Speaking of community,
Yeah.
let's talk about our final founder
Catalysts.
and their organization, 40 Acres DAO.
DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations.
Are a really fascinating concept.
They are.
It's like these internet-native communities.
That come together to achieve a shared goal.
And in the case of 40 Acres DAO,
That goal is social change.
Catalyst is using Web3 to connect people with causes they care about.
And to empower communities to take action.
They've supported a range of initiatives
From a crypto bell network
that helps people get out of jail.
to art collections that challenge the status quo.
It's about leveraging the power of technology to connect people, build communities, and create positive change.
What an amazing deep dive.
We've covered so much ground today.
From security
To art,
to social justice,
it's been truly inspiring to learn about these Black founders.
who are shaping the future of Web3.
It's been a true privilege to explore their stories.
And share their insights with you, listener.
As you've been listening to these stories, what's resonated with you the most?
Which of these founders or projects has sparked your curiosity?
Their work is a testament to the power of innovation, creativity.
And a commitment to making the world a better place.
What are your takeaways from this deep dive?
You know, one of the biggest takeaways for me is that Web3 is not just about technology.
It's about people,
It's about the communities we build
the values we uphold.
and the impact we create
It's about using this technology
to empower individuals
connect with each other.
and create a more inclusive and equitable world.
And these Black founders are showing us that it's not just a dream.
It's a possibility.
They're paving the way for a more just and equitable future.
And that's definitely something worth celebrating.
Let's see, listener.
As you continue to explore the world of Web3,
Remember these stories
let them inspire you to find your own place.
in this evolving landscape,
Because the future of Web3 is being written right now.
and you have the power to be a part of it.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Black founders in Web3.
We hope you've learned something new
Been inspired by their stories.
and are excited to see what the future holds for this incredible space.
Until next time.